Hey, thank you for visiting me on YouTube. Over the past couple of months, I've been watching Fox News and MSNBC, and I've been watching how Keith Olbermann and Bill O'Reilly been trading barbs at one another over how they do the news. Well, this feud has escalated now, and News Corp and GE are now involved. The president of Fox News, Roger Ailes, and the president of NBC News, Steve Capus, has been in this shouting match over how they should handle their anchors. Bill O'Reilly, for one example, has been calling this feud with GE to the point where now he believes that GE is now funneling the terrorists in the country of Iran. Keith Olbermann has been calling this feud on Fox News for the last couple of years over the controversial statements that they made and their infamous slip up with the madrassa, as well as Bill O'Reilly's constant sexual arousements. The whole thing started basically when Keith Olbermann been nominating Bill O'Reilly constantly for the world's worst person for his contradictions and controversial statements. In return, Bill O'Reilly had started his Pinheads and Patriots in response to NBC News and GE's constant attacks on him. Well, this feud has gotten so much to a point where now Fox and Friends and Neil Cavuto and many other commentators like Sean Hannity and Alan Combs have now started attacking back on NBC, NBC News, and any other network that's close ties to NBC. Recently, Jeff Zucker of CNBC has slammed Fox Business Channel, saying that Fox Business can never compete with CNBC because of accuracy. And Fox Business and Fox News responded saying that this is the poor pissy tactics of MSNBC. Fox News had led to the conclusion that MSNBC is in the tank for Obama. So in return, I asked Fox News, who are you in the tank for? I know you're in the tank for the Bush administration. I know you're in the tank for Senator John McCain. So where does that stand? Keith Olbermann has said some outrageous things and also had been controversial in his statements, but Fox News takes it a little too far. Fox News is America's most watched network. They're going to face the most scrutiny because of the constant rhetoric from people like Ann Coulter, Dick Morris, Michelle Malkin, and many other commentators, as well as their own commentators like Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, John Gibson, Megyn Kelly, Bill Hemmer. I mean, it's a whole list of controversial statements from each of these anchors. You know, the Clinton campaign also has been attacking on MSNBC because of the constant negative coverage of, let's say David Schuster, for example. He called out Chelsea Clinton by saying that the Clintons are pimping her. And Keith Olbermann had nominated Lanny Davis and also Terry McAuliffe, the campaign manager for the Clinton administration and Clinton campaign, as the world's worst person because of his projection that Fox is more fair than the rest of the networks. Now, on to the matter of hand. You know, I think that both networks have been constantly trading barbs at each other because of the key demographic. Bill O'Reilly wants to secure the young voters, and that's that 18 to 49 crowd. Keith Olbermann's been chipping away some of his ratings by matching up with Bill O'Reilly's ratings, and this is a big ratings war. Bill O'Reilly refuses to call out Keith Olbermann by name because he feels that every time he says Keith Olbermann's name, it gives Keith Olbermann more potential to get more ratings. So instead of calling him out by Keith Olbermann, he's going to call him an element of NBC News. Keith Olbermann enjoys being taunted by Fox, and he likes to make this a personal battle because I think that Fox has been distorting the message of the election for the last couple of years, and they're going to continue to do that. Keith Olbermann also called out Karl Rove, which also led to the point where the Fox News people had escalated this feud to a monumental proportion. So, you know, that's how the story goes. I think that Keith Olbermann is controversial as well as Bill O'Reilly, but the whole thing about them both is that they're in it for the ratings. It's not about a personal feud. I mean, it may be personal for both of them, but in my opinion, it's for the ratings. So, you know, they can do their thing, but CNN slowly catches up, and it may become the network news top leader again. Now, on to the second thing. I have watched Fox News as of recently, and I watched Harris Faulkner and Trace Gallagher on America's Newsroom. They were filling in for Jane Skinner and John Scott. While they were filling in, they had this political analyst on about the campaign financing of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Well, Trace Gallagher was giving out hints to John McCain's campaign in order to secure more money to beat out Barack Obama. Barack Obama has over 3 times more than John McCain in campaign finance money. And now Fox is desperate to get conservative viewers to donate to the McCain campaign as well as the Republican campaign. After the Republicans lost 3 major seats, they need all the help they can get in order to win more seats or save the seats that are up for grabs by the Democratic Party. The whole thing is that Fox had stepped over the professional line, in my opinion, by giving hints to the campaign of John McCain. I don't know if any other network had done it. I can assume MSNBC had done it recently with David Gregory. But the whole thing is that Fox has toed the line between partisan because they clearly had partisan in what they were talking about. One of their anchors had been fired because of their open admiration for the McCain campaign. Will it happen again? Who knows? Well, join up with Fox Attacks. Let your message be heard and try to stop the corporate media from distorting this election. Thank you for visiting me on YouTube. My name is Brian. I'll catch you on the next one.